So today's project, valve cover gasket. So about 2 years ago, I had a really bad leak and it was on the passenger side. It looked like the oil pan was leaking and or the rear main seal. And when you have a leak underneath your car, start from the top and work your way from the bottom. If it's only wet on the bottom, then it is probably that area. But if you see it going all the way up, typically your valve cover gasket. So I went ahead and I just changed the passenger side valve cover gasket and we were good to go. While doing my oil change, I noticed, oh man, looks like the oil pan and or the rear main seal is leaking. No, typically on these Tundras, they don't. This is a 2006 Toyota Tundra, 156,000 miles on it. And well, I changed the passenger 2 years ago. Didn't mess with the driver's side because it wasn't leaking. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But now it's leaking. And well, so now we got to do the driver's side valve cover gasket. Not too terrible. So let's dive in. So on this side, there's a lot of things in the way. So I think I want to start with this hose, which might be a PCV. I hate messing with these hoses because any vehicle, they typically don't want to cooperate. But this one just did. So thank you, Toyota. Oh man, that came out easy too. All right, it didn't break. I think it's the PCV is right over here. There's a little cover on it, I guess to reduce the noise. But I changed that when I first got the truck. So we'll double check it when we get everything out. Let's go ahead and pull these connectors for the coil packs. That's gotta come off. All right. I'm hoping we don't have to disconnect the fuel line. I don't think we have to, so that could be good. And with that being said, we don't have to disconnect this either. So the name of the game is to take out as little as possible so we don't have to create future problems. Sometimes you have to take things out, but I'm really thinking that we have enough room to slide this thing over the cam, come out this way, and we should be good. So let's start with our coil packs. And we don't want to drop the screws. That would not be ideal. Nothing more fun than hunting for screws and or sockets. Still got a bunch of 10 millimeters I'm still trying to find. Alright. Good way to find out if the spark plug tube seals are leaking. Which surprisingly, so far, how are these others holding up? Yeah. Oh, at least the tube seals are good. Now looking at it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the bottom. Is there anything on the back? Nope. And it looks like one over here. So let's go ahead and just start getting everything out. This actually might not be that bad. Famous last words? Probably. Can we like just get in there a little bit? All right. There's one. Well, we dropped one. Never see that one again. Great. Now we got a leak forever. These things are loose. All right, so now I need to find that bolt. I didn't hear it hit the ground, so hopefully it's not in some crevice. And we got the 4 on the bottom. All right, let's see if we can get you. These are all loose. Ain't that something? Probably just could get away with just tightening it, but fortunately I have the gasket. Yeah, they're all loose. But like I was saying, fortunately I have the gasket from when I didn't change it the last time, so I mean, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Oh, come on, stay there. And last but not least, wow. Okay. I wonder if these things have to like get retorqued at some point. I mean, then again, 21 years and a whole bunch of miles. Nothing lasts forever. Is there a spot to give it some love taps? No, definitely not. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to pry. All right, just pop this in. There you go. And this should get it free. Yeah. All right. Can we fish you out without taking out the whole engine? Maybe. There's something holding it. Not sure what it is. You go away. Okay. There you go. Nice. Now let's rip out this gasket. Alright, so the way I clean this, spray some brake part cleaner and I just wipe all the mating surfaces. The biggest thing is right over here, these corners has some RTV. We'll have to put a dab of there, so hopefully I have some. Oops, I forgotten. We do got a little RTV right over here, and I'm not scraping the mating surface. All I'm doing is just breaking it off, just so I could take it off like this. You gotta be careful when you're using a metal razor. It's not recommended, but if you're careful enough with it, you can get the job done with no damage. Which I've done. Looks good there. Check the bottom. It's a little tight. Interesting, because it's like they don't have any down there. Oh no, they do. Okay. Little RTV down there, not too bad. And all I'm doing is it's just kind of moving it. I'm not even scraping it or scoring it. Guess the same thing in the back over here. Little RTV. There's a little chunk right there. I was able to pull that off. Try to pull it off first, and if it doesn't pull off, then, you know, do what you got to do. And then what I like to do is take a Scotch pad and just clean it. Get off any caked up oil. It's really good for getting burrs, especially any residual RTV that's stuck in the corners. All right, pretty good. So I'll go ahead and wipe this one more time with a towel, and let's head over to the valve cover. All right, so this is where it gets fun with these things. These little tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just kind of take a screwdriver, bend them up and out of the way. These things are brittle, so the seal will come out. I think what I'm going to do, just so I don't take a chance of breaking this, is take this off. I don't have the seal, but it's a lot easier to change this gasket than replace the whole neck. Yeah, front gasket's not too bad. And if it leaks, easy to replace. Okay. When I think about it, this is probably why I didn't change it. Because of this part. There we go. All right, so let's do that 2 more times and then we'll pop the new ones in. All right, so now what we got to do is just take a little plier and just bend these things up. That way you can receive the new ones. All right, so these new ones, they just slip in just like so. Pretty easy, actually. All right, now we tap these down. So now before we pop this in the truck, we do got to put the gasket, but one thing we need to do is just take some silicone, put it right over these. That way it slides in a lot better. When I did it on the passenger side, I had to take this out because it got stuck. It didn't want to go in smooth, and it wound up actually cutting this little gasket or grommet, whatever it's called. So a little silicone, make it slide in. Makes installation so much easier. All right, so let's put a little dab of RTV, the right stuff, right on these little corners. One at the bottom, same thing. There's one little spot right over here. I guess that's like a seal or something. I'm not too sure, but there's one here. Oops. All right, let's go ahead and slide you in. So I goofed up. I put these darn things the wrong way. It doesn't go down this way, it actually goes in this way, which is how it slides in. I'm glad I caught it, because if you force it, you'll break these and tear it, but now I gotta take them off. I should have double checked, but anyways. But it shouldn't be bad. These things will slide off pretty easy. Take that out, pop them in the right direction, and we should be good to go. In fact, I actually have more over here. In fact, I actually have more over here. I have another set. I don't know. I think I did the same thing on the other side, and I tore it, and I bought another gasket set, and then I just left the driver's side alone. But let me get those out. Let's put them in the right way. Got the other ones out and put them in the right way. And unfortunately, if you take these out again, they do break. But luckily I have another set. And then going through this kit, I even have the little grommets for the bolts. So that's pretty nice. And we should be good. I did have to take off the RTV that I put on there and reapply it. I didn't want to take a chance that, you know, it dries up or whatever, but it's all good. All right, let's try this now. Well, look at that. It slides in, you know? So now hopefully, do these come out easily? They do drop easily. So now let's take a 15 socket. We got to smack these things out. Now that I got that squared away, let's get this thing snug down. Now, torque spec is like 53 inch-pounds, which roughly equates to 5 foot-pounds. So I realized my camera died on me, but pretty much from the middle all the way out, I did 6 foot-pounds. Seems pretty snug, and then we'll check it later. So now let's go ahead and pop you back in. So valve covers on these Tundras, not too bad, plenty of room. I mean, we were able to slide it out without having to take anything off. And if I had to do the passenger side, like I said, I did that a couple of years ago. It's the same thing. This air box comes off and plenty of room just to slide it out. I think it's actually, yeah, it is easier on this side because you don't have the fuel lines and all that other stuff. So it just pops boop, right out. Pretty simple. So if you're changing your oil and you see oil all on the oil pan, even thinking possibly the rear main seal, look up, check your valve covers, they're leaking. As you can see, these were really loose. I was reading on the forums just now and apparently that's a thing, so got it nice and snug. I went ahead and checked this side and everything is still snug, so I don't know why that comes loose. Either way, nothing lasts forever, so pretty easy job. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's go fix something else.